Is it warocracy or autocracy? Or what type of crazy is that? Except crazy.
News making the headlines.
Black Maria is to carry criminals, trading looters that are in government today.
Sometimes it gets confrontational.
Slap you in the face.
Excuse me, don't put words into my mouth.
Whatever it is that will bring our military to disrepute, I said to hell
On
with it.
Core Digest,
I want to know why I should be believing them.
every weekday, we bring all of these together and take them to the court of public opinion.
Everybody have the right in Nigeria.
Where you are the judge.
Welcome back. Joining me in the studio now is the former chairman, Nigeria Institute of Public Relations, Lagos State Chapter, Barrister Jide Ologu. It's a pleasure having you on the show this morning.
Good morning.
Still on the issue of Buhari's visit to the U.S., the impact on Nigeria. Now, looking at it from the public relation angle, what's your take on this?
You see, in public relations, you talk about image and you talk about reputation. And it's been said that you cannot carve a rotten wood. It's a Chinese proverb. And you will agree with me that in recent time, Nigeria has had a lot of image challenges in the global arena. And for once, the global community is saying we can see a man who we believe has an integrity given his antecedents. And if he is coming into office and we believe in good governance, let's see how we can support him. And of course, we cannot operate alone. So he is going out, and for him also, this is an endorsement. He's going out to the superpower to say, what can you do to help me? And don't let us forget that some of these countries have been releasing the amount of money some of our leaders have siphoned into their nations, and they have the power to enable the country recover these funds. And I have personally set an agenda as we ask that bring back our girls, bring back our money. Nigeria is a great nation. And talking about the reputation, the image is what comes out of a reputation. You may tell people that you are good, but if your actions do not support that claim, then that reputation you are trying to build will collapse. So for once, we are beginning to reintroduce discipline. And if you notice what happened recently, one of the big men in Nigeria went to visit the Chief Justice of the Federation, and the man quickly screamed that, hey, I have nothing hidden with this person. So let's begin to render account for being in office. And if we strike a balance now with this new drive in the environment, then we can begin to encourage those who want to genuinely invest in Nigeria. That is one part of it. I've been asking myself, what happens when our leaders travel abroad? By the grace of God, I've been to the US and things work there. There's an enabling environment. So perhaps if the president is there to see himself, that how can we move to this level? And of course, we have the resources. So you cannot operate alone. And again, we are fighting terrorism. It has moved from the region of being a local battle to terrorism is a global issue. And we need all the superpowers to help us in this area. And if you ask me, I believe that even though some may be asking we should handle our problems locally, but in this era of post-globalization, you cannot just expect that local approach alone will help you solve your problems.
Now, picking it up from the angle of public relations and the image building that you've just rightly said.
Yes.
Now, we had the prediction then from the US saying that come 2015, that Nigeria was split. And this is the same US our own government is going to meet.
It was a prediction. I'll tell you a story. Two men went to a soothsayer, and the soothsayer said to one, you'll be the richest man in town, you'll be the king and everything. And he went home rejoicing. And he told the other person, hey, you will end up poor in life. Forget about it. Do you know what happened? The rich man kept on singing and waiting for all the wealth. But the poor man said, no, I will not die poor. And he left town and went to the bush to start farming. And he became so wealthy in the bush in terms of, his products and everything. And farming now came to town, and the one who was expecting to be the richest man was caught by famine. So they all went to the bush. And luckily, he found this man who has gone to transform his economy. And the man, what do you need? He said he was looking for food. And the man said, the only condition that will make me feed you and your people is that you make me your king. And they had no choice but to subscribe. And the man gave them food, came to town, became the king and the richest man in town. So if US predicted that, it is good for us. And let me ask you, given what we experienced during the collation of the results, the Orubebe gate, I mean, didn't you feel that Nigeria was at the brink of breaking up? Even before the election, some politicians threatened that Nigeria will become history. So I think in a way that prediction helped us to say, no, we are not going to break up. Perhaps if that did not come, mind you, it was a prediction. And except it is fulfilled. You know, but this one was not fulfilled. They said to be forewarned is to be forearmed. And it shows us that the foreign countries are interested in Nigeria. I've been saying it, Nigeria is a great nation. Look at all the investors who come in here, even though some are going up. We were saying it this morning. Look at the Chinese, they come in here, they make money. Perhaps we don't value what we have, but they know what is here. We have a very huge market.
Based on the huge market that we have,
yes,
does that transcend to the average citizen of Nigeria when we have millions of Nigerians suffering and smiling?
You see, it's a very complex issue. I have said that personally, if your market doesn't exist, you create it. As a Nigerian, you must find a way of moving ahead in the midst of all the troubles, because I've had to ask some Nigerians that in the same tough environment, some come in and excel. But by and large, the government has a constitutional obligation to create an enabling environment. And we have been saying it. Power supply, good roads, all infrastructures, the education sector, everything. But can we say, and it's part of the reputation we are talking about, that over the years, they have strongly supported the institutions to empower Nigerians? Let me ask you, as we sit in this studio, I may want to ask you how much it costs you to fuel your generator in a month. That places an economic pressure on you. So if the government can take off that, and let's link that to the visit of our president to the US, here is a nation where they have 24/7 power supply. So that stress is taken off. Whether you want to invest or you want to enjoy your life, it's available. Look at the fuel situation in the country. Look at the oil theft and everything.
Just a moment, Barrister. Good morning. Your name, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Taraba.
Your name?
My name is Chinonso.
Chinonso from Taraba. Thank you very much for joining us on Cold Digest this morning. Let's have your comments in just 1 minute.
My comment is only about this country, Nigeria. Are you getting me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
So why we will fight corruption when we know we are being corrupt by our own nation? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Just have a few more seconds to round off your submission.
So why will we be wasting our time instead of us to go and fight the corruption, and we are sitting here waiting for our Buhari to come from the United States? It's better for us to fight our own corruption here in Nigeria before going there.
Thank you very much. Now, you heard him.
If I can pick that, you see, the Nigerian corruption has gone abroad. You know, by the grace of God, you know, there was a time I flew into Dubai. And if you saw the way they were rushing this Nigerian, hey, we want to show you houses here and there. Some of our leaders have taken our money abroad. We call it capital flight. They have bought huge hotels. They have invested in golf courses. They have done a lot of things with our money abroad. So the corruption we have has gone beyond the local environment. And of course, for you to get all these funds back, you must collaborate with this government. And they are saying we are willing. We have reports of the analysis of how much we have out there. And you will recall that a former governor in this country escaped the long arms of the law. But when he got to the UK, he was jailed. He's there now serving a 13-year term. And I was reviewing that case. And the judge was, you know, they wanted to impress the judge that he did it, he stayed, he built a living size. And the judge said he was not trying him for his performance in office, but jailing him for specific crimes.
Just a moment. You are the last caller. Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from. Let's have your comments in just less than 1 minute. I think we lost that call. Now, as a public relation expert, do you believe that, are you quite optimistic that the visits of the president to the U.S. would transcend into making greater impact?
If it is followed up with sincerity or purpose. I mean, you've seen what happened in the National Assembly. 5 billion to dress per annum. And I asked myself, were they walking around naked? So if you all realize now that we were heading in the wrong direction, let's all come together and create common success. You see, where success is common, nobody becomes a threat to the other. And if we follow this up with sincerity or purpose, and we allow this man to do what we have elected him to do, not that we want to share the goodies now, but that we want to secure our future. I want to take us back in time. There was a time we had an oil boom in this country. And what followed was the Udoji Award. And that is where flamboyant governance started. Instead of building structures, securing our economy, we went about enjoying. No, it's not done that way.
But
the Asian tiger
because of our time, just give me your last submission on this issue.
You know, this is a window of opportunity for Nigeria, and God will help us not to miss this opportunity. But we must all come on board to secure our future and not mortgage our future. So all the stakeholders we can put together now, let's all cooperate. And finally, the government should please not allow the cabals to go away with their loot. If not, they will use the same loot to destabilize the government. So there must be accountability and bring back our money, develop this country, and we will be happy and God will be happy with us.
Thank you very much, Barrister Jide Ologun, former chairman, Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, Lagos State Chapter. You made one submission. You said, where success is common, nobody becomes a threat to the other. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Hope next time we call you, you quick obligers.
By the grace of God.
Thank you very much, Barrister Jide Ologun. And this is how we call it wrap on your darling program called I Just this morning. And till I come here again with another inspiring episode, keep it locked on Call TV News. I remain your host, Emmanuel Ajayi. Good morning.
You can now watch Call TV News live from anywhere in the world on our website, www.calltvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to Call TV Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click Call TV, leave a space, then News. Call TV News, our 24-hour news station.